Hello everyone, I am Shurjava Ghosh. I am from second year Mechanical Engineering Department, Jadavpur University. So I'm going to talk about NSDC. So firstly, what is NSDC? So NSDC is a National Student Design Competition, which is a team-based HVAC system design competition, which is conducted by ISHRAE in pan-India level. The maximum number of students that were allowed to be participated as a team this year was 3, and also a mentor, which can either be a faculty advisor or any. The design of the whole system needs to be based on Indian standards. And the organizing committee of NSDC sends a problem statement, and they send it generally 2 to 3 months after the start of the academic session, and they give a 4 or 5 month time window to submit the reports, which could be either in a PPT or a PDF file format, and that contains the necessary points as demanded in the problem statement. So I also participated in last year's NSDC with 2 of my batchmates, and our mentor was our faculty advisor, Professor Shorab Sarkar. In last year's NSDC, the problem statement was designing of an air conditioning system for an IT company for better indoor air quality. Now, along with the problem statement, the committee also gave us a floor design of the IT company. Now, according to the floor design, we had to first calculate the heat load on the building. Either we manually calculators. And also, we could use softwares like eQuest, which is a very well-known software in the HVAC field, which one can use to for duct designing purposes or for heat load calculations. Now, throughout the course of 5 months, we had multiple sessions with prominent people from HVAC industry, namely PK Sin and Pritha Roy, after which we got a new level of insight into the modeling and designing of the HVAC system. And some of the industry experts also shared with us with some materials and some important resources like heat load calculators, which helped us a lot in conducting the project. Like personally, we used the heat load calculator of PK sensor, and that helped us a lot in designing of the whole system. Then we moved towards duct designing and also a few sessions regarding this with industry experts. And the next step was a very interesting step. In this step, we had to select the materials and structures of walls and glasses that we were going to employ in the building plan. And this was this step we hadn't first thought initially, but then it was instructed to us by a faculty advisor, and then we surfed the internet and searched for various materials that we could employ in the building plan. The next step in the project was system selection. The system needed to be energy efficient and also cost effective. This was a very interesting part as we learned a lot through this through this part of the project. I also talked with people from various HVAC retail units regarding cost and efficiency of a system. At last, we also had some add-ons on our report, which included some extra systems to be employed considering the pandemic situations. Like we could, we had included air filters and hygroscopic building materials in our project. We had also included facial materials and also indoor air plants, which help us improving the indoor air quality. This was the last year's problem statement. You can see the task is written here in a brief manner. Here are the rules and guidelines of the project, and here are the points. Here are the points that are needed to be included in the project report. So, the next question is, how can NSDC be helpful as a learning experience? So, as we all know, HVAC industry is a booming industry, and its importance is increasing every year. Not only every year, its importance is increasing every day, we can say. And also with the rising ecological concerns in hand, it's high time we look into making of highly energy efficient buildings and highly ecologically viable HVAC systems. Secondly, in the present scenario of COVID pandemic, participation in NSDC is a very enriching experience. Like this year, we learned a lot about the systems that we could use to curtail the spread of the virus. We studied a lot about various air filters like UV air filters, HEPA filters, and various building materials. like face materials and also hygroscopic building materials that we could use to make the uh, make the design of the building more energy efficient. So I had a learning experience in this NSDC, and hopefully in last year's NSDC, and hopefully this year too, whoever participates, they will ever get learning and enriching experience. Thank you.